So finally, we'll be doing something. And I believe we've been practicing. Okay, so um I want to start off with using the walls. So we click architecture tab, we come here, then we can start drawing a wall. So you can do something like this. So we have our wall. And remember what we said about the properties, but how it gives us information on what we do. So you notice when I click the wall properties is telling me what kind of wall it is. Uh, it says the base constraint is on level 0. The base constraint simply means where the wall is starting from. Top constraint is telling me where the wall is ending. Normally, it's based on levels. So you can see the base constraint is on level 0. So what do you expect the top constraint to be? A higher level. But here we are told it's unconnected. Why? Because we did not specify a top level yet. So you would see it's you will see different options. So do I want to put it up to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4? And that's where my wall will end. So let's say I want my wall at level 4. Okay, and I'll show you that in the elevation view. You see that the wall will extend to level 4. Now, another thing that you can do is, what if this is not the wall thickness we want? In fact, let's measure the wall thickness. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do measurements later. But aside doing it this way, okay, let me just show you. So what if you want to know this wall thickness? This is not the wall thickness that we want. I click on the wall. I come to edit type over here. Did you see me clicking edit type? Let me do that again. So I click the wall. I click edit type here. Yes. And this dialog box appears. When this dialog box appears, I come to structure here. So under construction, I come to structure. I click edit. And then this gives me information about the thickness. So this is giving me the different components of what the wall is made of, and then the varying thickness of it. So the finish or the brick itself is what, 102.5 mm. Thermal, blah blah blah, 75. The structure, concrete, 100 mm, and the finish is 12.5. So I can make edits to this. Let's say I want a wall that is thinner. Okay. I want a wall that is thinner than this. Let's say I want a wall that is 200 mm. What you are going to do is that you are going to reduce all the components so that the sum of all of them, because remember, all of them are making up the wall, the sum of all of them would be 200. Okay. Uh, Don't worry. It gets better as you practice. So if I want the sum of all of them to be around 200, I'm reducing these to 50. So this is 50, this is 50, this is 50. And then I apply. If you notice, the wall has reduced by 100 mm, because I think initially it was around 300 or so, but the wall has reduced. Okay. Let me make it conspicuous enough for you to see. So anytime you want to do a change, okay, you want to edit a wall, okay, um, the first thing you do is you duplicate. And that is if you want to retain the initial wall type. Okay, so you duplicate. When you duplicate, you have the option to change the name of the wall. So Let's say wall 200 mm. Okay. And I click OK. Then I come here, edit. Okay. So we've already edited it, but okay. Let's duplicate it rather. Okay, I said I wanted to make the change very conspicuous so that you see what I'm talking about. This is not realistic, but let me make the wall 1,000 mm thick. Okay. So I am duplicating a 1,000 mm thick wall. So I change the name, then I come to structure. So what do we do here? We want to make sure the summation of everything uh reaches 1,000. Okay. So I'm doing something like this. Okay, this is just an example. This is not realistic. You can have finish. You can have plaster that is 400 mm. Okay. So I click OK. I just want you to see what will happen when we make the change. You see, so you notice that the wall has changed to 1,000 mm thick. Okay. So that's the possibility that you have using properties. Okay. And so I said I'm going to show you the wall. So when we come to elevations, this is the wall that we made the top constraint level 4. Let me do level 3 and see what happens. The level 3 it has come a little bit lower because it is trying to meet, you see, we can see this better here. The levels were drawn in the west elevation. So when I click the west elevation, you can see the levels here. So when I go to top constraint, can reduce it further, level 2, which is where all the other walls actually are. I can click a wall here and send it all the way to level 7, the top constraint, making the top constraint level 7. Okay, so you can try your hands on it. Okay, and you'd learn a lot just by drawing the walls and then editing them. Okay, all right, we move.